Hi, you guys. So, I want to get into something that has popped up in one of my nightly meditations. Okay, I have a few questions for you guys that I just want you to think about, right? So, it's a night just like any other night, and I began to sit and reflect on my spiritual journey, my spirituality, my walk, my purpose, my lessons, my teachings, what's next, all of that good stuff, right? And as I just sit and I think about these things, I noticed that I began to cry. I began to cry. And no, it's not hurt. It's not pain. It's not even sadness or anything like that. It wasn't a cry of release. It was more so a cry of embrace. Because in that moment of reflection, I found myself really getting to the core of who I am, who I'm meant to be, who I aspire to be, what I want to do, and how I currently live, how I currently reach others versus how I would like to do more, in a sense, right? So, this isn't going to be a long video. I don't imagine it will be, but with me, you really never know. Because most of the time, when I have these moments, they kind of just find their way. They kind of just stumble upon me, if you will. So, questions. So, which do you think is the first or the greatest when it comes to actions? So, the action that I'm going to use, for example, is speaking. Okay? Speaking from your heart, speaking from your spirit, speaking from your soul, or speaking from your mind. Which do you feel gets to the core of the matter, or the nitty gritty, if you will? And again, it doesn't have to be just speaking. I'll use that for an example. But when we think action, because there's a difference when you speak from each of those areas. So, ponder upon those questions, because the moment that I had tonight was similar to what I've experienced before, but at the same time, it wasn't. It was very new and it was very enlightening. How many people truly know what they're asking for when they ask? How far are these requests carrying you on your journey? The things that you are requesting, the things that you are asking for, the things that you are wanting, is it a temporary fix, such as, something to get you to the next day, a few hours, a few days, a few months, a few years, or an eternity? When you submit your requests, your prayers, your manifestations, how far do they travel? And when I say that, I don't mean are they being heard? Are they being received? No. I mean, when you ask the things that you ask, are you asking on a broad scale? Are you asking for something that could affect the multitude in a positive way? Or are you asking for something for just you? Is it just you? Is it just those around you? Maybe your city, maybe your state. Some it could just be for your ethnicity group, if you will. How you identify, your region, your country, worldwide. I want you to think about it. Think about your wants. What are your wants truly fulfilling? What's the difference between what your mind wants, your heart may yearn for, your spirit is calling to, but your soul needs fulfillment in? When we speak about goals, when we speak about aspirations, when we make these vision boards, when we have these dreams that sometimes began as a child and then sometimes they may alter based upon influences of others and things of that nature. When we speak about these things, are we speaking from a selfish standpoint? Are we really getting to the core of the matter? In my opinion, okay, as for me, I feel that it's easy to say or to consider yourself spiritual. Anybody can say they're anything. We see that every day. But are you truly walking in that? Are you truly embodying that to the point where it radiates in all that you do? And I'm not saying perfection, because nobody is perfect. But I'm saying, how far is it? How far are you when you say you are a spiritual being, or you live a life of spirituality, or you practice this, or you have mastered this, or you are studying this? It's so easy to ask our God, our guides, our angels, archangels, ancestors, Orishas, our team, the universe, whoever it is that you speak to, whoever it is that you believe in. I'm not even going to get into all of that. But it's so easy to ask so much of them, or to express our wants to them and expect for them to grant us the things that we ask for. But what are we giving? What are we dedicating? What is it about our wants that's going to go further than just ourselves? What is it? Are we going to just... I feel like so many people stay in a bubble of comfort, or they only do so much because they see others only doing so much, or they are afraid to really expand their minds, to really tap in, to go further. Certain people get to a certain point of ascension, elevation, whatever you want to call it. And they feel like this is enough for me. I've gotten to where I'm able to do XYZ, and that keeps me comfortable, that sustains what I need. So this is it for me. I'm good right here. What about others? There is something in each and every one of us that is meant to help guide others to their path, their purpose along their way, to awaken, to inspire, to mentor. How can you ask of so much? And I don't care. I don't care anything about those who say, I've been doing this for years. I don't care nothing about it. You are not exempt. How can you just say, this is all for me? I'm only going to reach out to those that I know. I'm only going to reach out to those who are a certain race. I'm only going to reach out to those who live a certain standard. Don't even act like I'm talking crazy, because y'all know it's people like that who exist. Okay? And consider themselves to be spiritual. I'm trying to figure out where along the way was it written or spoken or instructed that you only take care of you. And when you get to where you want to be, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything more or less. You don't have to reach out to others. You don't have to share with others. You don't have to encourage others. I'm trying to really wrap my mind around how you feel. How do people feel like that is what spirituality is? For those who are really tapped into their gifts, kudos to you. For those who are speaking to a certain angel or archangel or Orisha, kudos to you. I'm not knocking that by any means necessary. My hat goes off to you, because spirituality is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. I feel like people collectively need to expand. Yes, this may be where your greatest power lies. However, that does not mean that you cannot learn from this, study this, return to that. There's always more to learn. There's always a space or area for growth. But again, this is my nightly rant, if you will. I just want y'all to think about the things that I said. Think about them. Are you truly operating in your highest timeline, walking in your highest, your higher self, are you truly seeking more? Are you truly soul searching here? Or are you just, yeah, I learned that. I know how to do that. I'm done. I got where I need to be. Just think about it. Think about it. It's so many lost souls out here. It's so many conflicted people out here who needs those who know to help them, to guide them, to teach them, to listen to them, to redirect them. How far are you willing to go? This is a moment for self-reflection. This is the moment to tap in and ask, what else can I do? What else should I do? How can I be used to bring in the next generations? Where am I in my journey to where I can pivot the world around me for the greater good? You guys, have a good night. Be safe. I love you. And until next time.